From grunt to boss, welcome to the Villain Ascension challenge. We must start with the only Pokemon a grunt would use. All others must be stolen until we are promoted. In this challenge, we must battle in ranked double battles in the highest tier of Pokemon. And we will achieve not only high ranks in Master Ball tier, but the #1 in Master Ball tier. We must randomly pick one villainous team to be a part of, starting as a grunt. We must make a team with Pokemon available at the grunt level of our team. They may evolve if they have participated on the battle for at least one turn. If you win a battle, you may steal one of the opponent's Pokemon that was used and was on the field for at least one turn. Stolen Pokemon are yours to use for the challenge. They must maintain that form, but can be changed in any other way you wish and remain ranked legal. To start off, we must randomly roll one villainous team. So let's see. What do I get? Alright, I got Team Star. Very well. Let's see what sort of team I can come up with this. Alright, and here's what I came with for my team. First off is Murkrow. Murkrow is an excellent support Pokemon with the ability Prankster, and it's also a Dark type, making it immune to opposing Prankster. Prankster, Tailwind, and Quash are amazing forms of speed control, hence I had to have Murkrow. Next off is Azumarill. I really wanted this Pokemon for here because it is one of the few Pokemon that actually has some power behind it for any of these grunt level Pokemon. Surprisingly, yes, it is used by a grunt in Team Star in the story. Croagunk is a great Pokemon that has dry skin, potentially immune to Kyogres, Water Urshifus, and it has Fake Out and Encore, which could be very, very nice. Pawniard. Defiant is a heck of an ability. When the opponent uses Intimidate or anything that lowers your status moves, your attack goes up, which is really good for our Sucker Punch, but also notably we're using Foul Play on a lot of these Pokemon. You notice there's a lot of Pokemon here. And Pawniard is the main reason I'm thinking about Foul Play, because we use the opponent's attack stat for Foul Play, which makes it very powerful despite being an unevolved Pokemon. Now for a Primeape, is a really good Pokemon. I really want this thing to evolve, because Annihilate can be very bulky, hit very hard, and Rage Fist is a very, very good move. The more times you're hit, the more power it does. It starts off with 50 base power, but for each time Primeape or Annihilate is hit, they gain another 50 base power. I mean, only hit one time, it's already a 100 base power move, and it's very powerful already. 2 times 150, you're talking about actual legendary level base power once we're getting to this point. And Drain Punch for just to heal. Seed Bomb really is for that damage against Kyogre. But our Terra Grass is a very good defensive Terra. It can tank Water Urshifu and those Kyogres. And lastly, Amoonguss. This is one of the Pokemon that is annoying and actually fairly common among a lot of the teams. You'll notice Spore, Rage Power, Pollen, Protect. This is a very standard set, but I decided if it ain't broke, don't fix it. This is very much a standard Amoonguss in today's meta. Spore puts the opponent to sleep. Rage Powder redirects other moves that are not from non-grass type Pokemon towards itself. Pollen Puff is a damaging move, but if used on an ally, heals them for half their health, and Protect just protects them. So this is what we're going to go with at the start, and we'll see how well we do. Now, let's start off in our first battle. Our opponent leads a Grimmsnarl and Urshifu, while I go ahead and lead a Murkrow and Primeape. So, my thought process really is Murkrow can really speed control whatever is the lead. And even though I can't speed control the Grimmsnarl with a Quash, I'm going to go ahead and just do a standard Terra into Seed Bomb, thinking the Urshifu is go ahead and Surging Strike into Primeape, and we Tailwind so that way we become faster. And so we go ahead and get this Terra off, Terra Grass, so we will resist. We're going to go for those, hopefully get some Rage Fist boosts from Surging Strikes. So we get the Tailwind off successfully, no fake out from Grimmsnarl, and it goes straight for Thunder Wave, trying to speed control us back, which is fine because we still have Quash. It is fine, and boom, there's one Rage Fist boost, boom, 2 Rage Fist boosts, and boom, 3 Rage Fist boosts. That is the 150 extra power. Our Rage Fist is already at 200 power, and oh, we are paralyzed. That is the reality sometimes of RNG. But currently, Terra Seed Bomb still does a little bit more damage, and especially when I'm thinking about going for this Quash on the Urshifu, so we can guarantee the hit. But of course, Grimmsnarl is gonna go for screens. It's pretty much a given. It's using Reflect. It's given. And Seed Bomb from Primeape. And it hits an Urshifu and does okay damage. It is not that great, but Surging Strikes does not hit into Primeape this time. It actually goes into Murkrow. So Murkrow will go down here. And though we would really like this is actually really a good opportunity for us to get our Azumarill in. This is actually 2 very good Pokemon for Azumarill to be against. Even though there are screens, Azumarill don't care. Azumarill just doesn't care. It has an excellent typing right now. Fairy Water is very annoying for the opponent. There's not much it can do. So I go ahead and just do a safe play and go for a Seed Bomb on it and a Play Rough. We're just hitting supers. So I'm really thinking about this real possibility of a switch. A possible Miraidon switch. And so, hence, I go for the Play Rough onto the Grimmsnarl slot, thinking that's a possibility, because I know the opponent has a Miraidon. So the question is, but the Grimmsnarl does not switch. It is the Urshifu that switches, which I also thought was a possibility. But into an Ursaluna is also not what I expected, and we get the Void. So we do not have to deal with para chances, and we put the Grimmsnarl in a very good range. So we can kind of safely go for liquidation in this slot. It is unlikely Grimmsnarl switches now. It'll probably take the opportunity to sack, and we do get that very nice crit onto the Ursaluna, which means we can go for a safe Drain Punch. And we don't have to risk a Seed Bomb into that slot in case it is a Miraidon swap. And we don't even want to risk the accuracy miss with Play Rough, so we're going for a liquidation, which is safe. Is unlikely to Grimmsnarl slot. Now it switches to Miraidon, hence we do this play. And the Grimmsnarl go ahead and gets the Thunder Wave off. Smart. Smart since it missed it last turn. It probably would, if it hit it last turn, it probably would have gone for Light Screen this turn. But that's not the case. And we get easy Drain Punch heals, killing off this Ursaluna, and liquidation, guarantee hit, no Play Rough misses, and Grimmsnarl goes down. Now I am really thinking this Miraidon's going to come out now. This Miraidon's coming out now. It's coming out. And that is pretty much the only threat to our Azumarill. Because Azumarill can very much clean up this Urshifu very much. So our win condition really is preserve the Azumarill until Miraidon is gone. So I look at my team, see what I have, and I go ahead and I think about it. I was thinking about the Seed Bomb, but I think it is pretty likely we get hit. So Rage Fist is going to be more damage regardless of who I target. So I'm going to go ahead and I believe I target them right on here. And I'm going to switch the Azumarill into Amoonguss so we can take that big electric move that's coming. And not to mention, Electro Drift does contact. We have Rocky Helmet on this Amoonguss. So, assuming it does hit us with an Electro Drift, we will actually do damage back, which makes it even easier for a Rage Fist to KO. But the Urshifu reveals that it is scarfed. It is locked in a close combat. So, we get a nice Rage Fist boost and Electro Drift goes into Amoonguss, and that hurts. Because we know this Urshifu is scarfed, we can now play to that. It is 250 base power Rage Fist, and yes, Reflect does a lot, but because we know what's going on with this Urshifu, we can safely Rage Powder, and because we know it does not have safety goggles, we can Rage Powder and Rage Fist yet again into his Miraidon. So we Rage Powder and combat from the Urshifu, and we go ahead and we're going to take that Electro Drift from the Miraidon right now, which, yes, it will take down Amoonguss, but Amoonguss has done its job. It has kept our Primeape around, so we are safe, assuming we do not get fully parried to Rage Fist, which is another 250 base power Rage Fist, taking out the Miraidon. Alright. So, with this, it is pretty sealed. This Urshifu is now crippled. There is no way it is dealing with the Azumarill unless we get constantly paralyzed. But we're just going to BM with the Seed Bomb and play rough. Don't even mess around. We're going to take the first battle of this series immediately. And let me tell you how good of a feeling it is to win the first battle. Like, I swear, the first steal is always going to be the hardest in this challenge. You would think so. But our opponent just did not play well. They did not have the team. We had it. We got it. We have the first dub. We stole a Pokemon in the first battle. Alright, and now it's time for that second battle, and oh, what a familiar lead. But we have the evolved Annihilate this time, and we have some extra power, some extra bulk, and we are Assault Vest, so we do gain a little bit of extra power with the Poison Jab. So we're gonna do very much the same place last time, and believe it or not, this opponent has pretty much the same team. So we're just gonna Terra Grass, do it again. Hopefully this time we do not get paralyzed. If this happens exactly as it did before, we are cool. We set Tailwind just to force this Thunder Wave, and hopefully indeed we get our Rage Fist boost off the Surging Strikes, and oh, what do you know? Plus 50. Plus 50. And yet another plus 50. So again, Annihilate just eats it. It don't matter. So we take advantage and we go for a Seed Bomb. Although you could argue Rage Fist is more damage, I really didn't want to risk uh, I didn't know who was getting hit, which is more risky. So, now that we knew that we have extra damage, the Rage Fist probably is slightly more damage, but I don't. Oh, and what do you know? The opponent made a big oopsie with you can't prankster a dark type, and we go ahead and kill this Urshifu with that Quash and Seed Bomb combination. So there goes the Urshifu. The question is, what does the opponent bring? Our difference is we have a Miraidon this time. That's right, we're still high off of that steal. We got that Miraidon. We have our own Miraidon. So, and we already dealt with the thing that we would have brought the Azumarill for. So, we're just going to go ahead and Rage Fist, I believe, here. Because it is that much damage now. It is 200 base power currently. So we're just gonna go for our combo of Quash and Rage Fist. We delay them right on the move. Sure, the Grimmsnarl gets a reflect off, but let's go ahead and get that 200 base power Rage Fist. And we do a good chunk. And what was that? A Draco missed. The opponent is not having it today. That's for sure. So, we decide, hey, we're bulky enough. We can just take it. I think we can just take another one of those. So we're going to foul play, just in case. What if the Draco doesn't target the Annihilate, or it misses yet again? Well. But Annihilate is paralyzed, unfortunately, this time. However, we have something slightly different this time around. We have a little bit more damage on Miraidon, which means we can Quash into Rage Fist and take care of this Miraidon. So, let's go for it. We Quash. And Miraidon was postponed, and a Spirit Break, which, oh, that's another 50 base power. And guess what? Defiant +2 attack. 250 base power, Rage Fist from Annihilate into Miraidon, and that's it for Miraidon. That's it. And the opponent only has one more Pokemon left. And it is a Lunala. So, it has a Electric Seed, but it doesn't really matter. We have too much power. So we can kind of just do it again. We can just Quash and Rage Fist. And we've seen the damage to Grimmsnarl hard. We're fine. We're fine. And the opponent gave up. And with that, we are back. And we stole that Urshifu because the opponent unfortunately did not have the Lunala on it for a full turn. But now we see a Koraidon and a Fluttermane. Now this is definitely an issue problem because this Fluttermane is actually that fast. It's really fast with that +1. So we have to really go for that Quash. And Koraidon is also very threatening. Terrifier actually does, I believe, kill us. So Terrifier Flare Blitz would kill us. I believe so. So, really, we have to hope he doesn't do that immediately. And we cannot really Terra ourselves because the Flare Blitz is the most likely move to be used into our Annihilate. So we go for the Quash. Hopefully we don't die to whatever. They didn't Terra, which is a good sign. They Flame Charge into the Murkrow slot though. Which is not what I exactly wanted, but we Rage Fist. And the Flutter Mane is Sash or Invisisash. Unfortunately. And Murkrow has to go down here. So this is a little bit of a pickle. I was thinking about the Pawniard for the sucker, but I was thinking I could maybe pull something sneaky off here. I was thinking I could protect. And I realize right now that at this moment, Terra Fairy would have been better. I'm Terra Electric. Terra Fairy would put me in a better position to do something. But I decided to protect, see if the opponent Terras. I want to see if they Terra Fire to resist the Dazzling Gleam. So I was thinking I do that. I can probably Rage Fist into this Flutter Mane and hopefully deal with that. I was thinking maybe into the Koraidon, because what if Annihilate gets targeted? But if he gets double targeted, it's probably going to go down anyway. So I might as well play to it's going to get targeted by one thing. And the Flutter Mane protects, and their Koraidon protects. Oh, this is not good. This is not what I wanted to see. I wanted to see them do something here. So now we kind of have to play blind. We have to play a gamble. And I think we're kind of forced to Terra. And I think the opponent knows that and going to take advantage of that. But we just kind of have to go for it. And this is where the Terra Electric really hurts us. If we were Terra Fairy, it wouldn't matter what this Koraidon had. They would have to choose a move that's potentially not very effective. So, we go ahead and Terra. And we Terra to Electric without the possibility of resisting any of our opponent's moves. And the Flutter Mane goes for Move Blast into Miraidon, which we take well, but not in addition to a close combat. And this is where Terra Fairy would have made a lot of sense, unfortunately. And it also seems they're avoiding hitting to Annihilate to prevent our Rage Fist boost. So, we just go for the Drain Punch, and we don't really do much. But a reason why I was kind of okay with this, because even though that happened, we do have that priority Sucker Punch. We can deal with this Flutter Mane. And the problem really is our HP if the Koraidon goes into Annihilate. So our kind of hope is that they do hit into the Pawniard, which they do. Good. And our Pawniard survives on Sash because we changed that. And Koraidon is very weak, so we do get to pick it off. But they still have 2 Pokemon in the back. Pawniard is at 1 HP. So, what do they have? Well, it's a Terapagos and an Incineroar. Now, Incineroar is actually our friend, but also our enemy right now. Simply because this Sun, its Flare Blitz could hurt us. But it is a Fake Out turn. It's very likely they could go for the Fake Out and go for a Pawniard. That's what I'm thinking right now. And we do get our +1 attack. We go -1 from the Intimidate, but we go +2, which is a net +1. Which is very nice. So the question is really, who do I Drain Punch? I'm thinking the Terapagos may very well attack, which means we want to heal some of that back off, and it's very likely to be faster than us. So, go for a Protect, and the Terapagos does not attack, it goes for a Calm Mind. Ooh, that could be dangerous. And also, our Drain Punch is resisted because of that Terra Shell, but we have to get that Terra Shell out of the way because it doesn't matter what I click, this is the case no matter what. However, the Sun Flare Blitz, oh, that is just too much damage. That is too much damage. Yeah, I see the writing on the wall. Just because of that. That is horrendous for us. So I decided to just go for a Sucker and Drain Punch. Maybe we can kill the Terapagos. So, we're in a unfortunate situation. When it Terra Stellars, it's very likely we could very much lose if we don't live this Terra Stellar Starstorm. But also further, even if we do live, this Incineroar looks like it has some damage, so I'm not feeling very confident here. The Terraform Zero wipes all the field effects. Sucker Punch goes off. It does a decent damage. And Terra Starstorm. It hits both opponents, and it does. Annihilate lives on 4, which is insane. And we go ahead and get the Revenge KO on the Terapagos. But we're not at good HP. We're not. Unfortunately, I do believe the Flare Blitz is going to be enough, and it is. Unfortunately, we lose this final battle. So, unfortunately. And this is where we're going to end today's episode. And that was very exciting. We got some great battles and we stole 2 Pokemon, which is great. Our first 2 battles we stole. We unfortunately lost the 3rd one, but there's always next time. So if you enjoyed seeing it, remember to like, subscribe, and follow for more. And we'll see you next time.